My name is Nasime Saps.
All right, so listen up. If you live in these 17 states, then you are in big trouble. All right, big trouble. Because if you haven't seen what's happening in California, that's what's probably going to happen in these 17 states as well. And probably nationwide. It's probably not going to stop at these 17. It's like, oh, they're going to have blackouts, not everyone else. But if you didn't see, California has declared an emergency over power grid failures. All right, so they're saying it's from the extreme heat and people, running their AC, running their appliances. We covered how they were asking people not to charge their electric cars. All right, this is getting out of hand, but they're also now declaring an emergency. So pretty much this will give them power, give them control to just turn off the grid whenever they want, turn it off to certain sections, limit, say, hey, it's not a choice anymore to not charge your car. You have to not charge it. All right, it's enforceable. And it's one of these things, it's like, these emergencies are being declared all over the United States. Every other day I'm reporting on this. Mississippi has a state of emergency. West Virginia had a state of emergency because they don't have enough police officers to man the jails and prisons, and they literally are bringing in the National Guard to man the jails. So it's just like, it's falling apart, guys. This feels like a collapse. This feels like it's it. What do we have to do? What do we have to see? Now they're saying rolling blackouts in California. I thought California was the utopia, all right? And I feel bad for people there. I know a lot of people there don't agree with this. They don't want this happening. They wish they could change their situation. And it's nothing to make fun of, because this isn't like, oh, it's whatever, some random countries far away. Yeah, it's in South America or Central America, or it's in Europe, and we don't really know that country. This is California, guys. All right, this is spreading, and these 17 states are also going to have the same exact restrictions as California. So I'm going to put up the map here for you, because I can't remember all 17 off the top of my head, but 17's a lot. All right, that's a third of the nation is hopping on board with this at a time when energy prices are spiking. All right, if you don't have some kind of generator or something, because they're telling you, like, they're limiting your power. Did you see in Colorado? This happened in Denver, Colorado, where they controlled people's thermostats. They took over people's thermostats and said, nope, you can't lower the thermostat past this temperature. Okay, and that's kind of crazy. I mean, you're the one that has the smart thermostat, so I guess you're kind of like set up for that, but they're not expecting that. And this was like tens of thousands of people had their thermostat remotely controlled from this company, because an emergency was declared there. And it was like, oh, a heat emergency and electricity emergency, just like in California, I think, in Denver. All right, and we're not even far from Denver. We're a few hours from Denver. So this could happen anywhere, guys. We're a few hours from where this happened. This is nuts. All right, the generator we have, in case you want to get one, it's this is enough to power a 30 amp travel trailer. All right, that's what we have, is a 30 amp travel trailer, and it is 3,500 running watts, 4,500 starting watts. It's a gas inverter generator. So if you have a gas generator, but you also get the clean energy from an inverter, because if you just have a straight like generator that's not an inverter, you probably don't want to be plugging your electronics into it, like your phone and your computer and your stuff like that, because it's very dirty electricity It's a different kind of electricity. It's a different kind of wave. All right, I don't want to get too much into it. Sorry about that, my phone died. But you really want to get an inverter if you're actually going to use it, you know, in that scenario, because that's probably what you're going to be using it for, is like plugging your appliances in, or plugging your phone in, plugging your computer in, plugging your stuff in, you know, getting it charged up, plugging a fan into. You don't want to do that. And make sure you have a grounded generator as well. All right, you don't want to get shocked. And it's one of these things you're probably going to have oil for it too. So see what kind of oil it needs. It's going to need maintenance. Probably every 100 hours it'll need an oil change. It's super easy. You just unscrew a little thing on most of them, drains out, and you just pour some more in. Super easy. So just stock up on all these things. Stock up on oil changes for your car as well, because it might come a time where even oil to buy for your engines might start getting banned as well. You know, they might not even need to ban the engine yet. The 10W30 oil for your generator might be banned, all right? Or it might not be allowed to be sold. You might have to buy it online or something, you know. It might be this whole ordeal just for you to get oil, to change your oil, all right? So it's all these random things. I'm just thinking off the top of my head that I need to get prepared for it too. I need to stock up on. So let me know what you guys are doing. What are you doing to get prepared? This stuff's getting real, all right? This is crazy. These 17 states are just going along with this agenda. Like, this is a globalist World Economic Forum agenda to shut us down, to shut down the industry. I was talking earlier today, I made a whole video on it, how all the factories are shutting down because of electricity prices and power prices. They cannot afford to operate, all right? And some of these factories, like aluminum, okay, aluminum smelting, metal smelting, it takes months for them to generate enough heat to get the equipment going, because it operates at extremely high temperatures, and they smelt the ores, all right, and then extract it. So this is a shutdown. This is a shutdown of our industry, and now it's personal. They're coming for your stuff too. They're coming for your cars, and they're also coming for your house, all right? They want to shut down the power at their house. They want to have the control. That's what all this smart stuff's about. Smart meters, smart grids, all that stuff. If you have a smart meter on your house, honestly, I would recommend you to get that off, because it just directly communicates. It sends very high intensity signals to the power company all the time. It's always communicating with them. It could communicate with devices in your house, see how much power usage each device is using. I mean, that's probably how they figure out what, if you've ever seen on your power bills, some power companies, not super rural ones, but some like Duke Energy, all right, I've seen this, where it breaks down all your stuff on your bill, all right? It breaks down like, oh, your AC was this much. Like, it's using the smart meter to monitor what's on, all right? It can monitor like, oh, this is using this much wattage or whatever to start, so it's an AC starting, that's a fridge starting, that's a TV starting, all right? And it can figure out, and some of them can communicate directly with it. So this is what it's heading towards: shutting down, monitoring carbon credits for your whole life, for everything, all right? We all know what this is. We all know what this is called. It's a mark, all right? But that's probably what the form it's going to be, is carbon credits, energy shutdowns, shutting down the grid, and then restoring it in a carbon credit way, where everything you do is tracked and traced, and it has to be approved. You are given 100 credits to drive to the store for the day. You are given 100 credits to, you know, run your AC for the day, all right? And once you reach your limit, that's it. That's what they're literally doing in Cuba. They're just like turning on this city for 6 hours and turn on this city for 6 hours, this city. That's what they're doing in Cuba, all right? 60 miles from Florida. So get prepared, guys. Get a generator, get solar too. It's good to have them both. They're both good for different things. Generators have more raw power. Solar is good for like charging batteries, all right? So get them both, guys. Get prepared. Get the little things too. They have little tiny phone solar chargers that are this big, that are $20 at Walmart, that will charge your phone. I've used it before while camping. All right, so check it out, guys. Thank you for all the support, and you guys have a blessed day.
You ain't never seen a bigger threat. You ain't never seen a bigger threat. This is wild, getting really over bag of illy. Iced out on the sand like a chili willy. You ain't never seen a bigger threat. This is wild, there's a triple threat. In this world that's been frozen, they come the chosen. Rising from the dead, overthrow the opposing. Forces of evil controlling our people. Deuces is wild and their wisdom is lethal.
422 stomping through, I can see you. Strike a match like the sun, watch the preview. Life is a game, play wars, don't refuse you. 3 is the view, and like we are true too.
This is wild, there's a triple